Good afternoon. We'll give just a moment to clear the waiting room and make sure that folks have connected to audio and they can hear us. Good afternoon. This is an administrative hearing before the Mayor's Office of Consumer Affairs and Licensing. Today is Tuesday, February 18th, 2025. This hearing is being conducted pursuant to certain temporary amendments to the open meeting law. That is what allows us to meet virtually. This hearing is being recorded and will be posted to the City of Boston's website. We are joined today by the Executive Director of the Mayor's Office of Consumer Affairs and Licensing, Kathleen Joyce, and Director of Operations, Rebecca Fu. There's only one item on this afternoon's agenda. I will read the agenda item into the record. I will then ask who is present on behalf of the licensee, who is present on behalf of the Boston Police Department, and whether there are any other individuals with firsthand knowledge of the alleged incident who wish to testify. After that, I will swear in all parties. The police report will be read into the record, and the licensee or their representative will have the opportunity to make a brief statement, followed by questions from the Executive Director and Director of Operations. All testimony will be limited only to those individuals with firsthand personal knowledge of the alleged incident. The item on this afternoon's agenda is JJ&R LLC doing business as The Mix, located at 555 Talbot Ave in Dorchester. Date of the incident was January 15th, 2025. Disc Jockey Entertainment taking place against license conditions. Who is present on behalf of the licensee?
I am Dr. Rufus J. Falk.
Okay. Thank you, Dr. Falk. Who is present on behalf of the Boston Police Department?
I am Detective Hernandez.
Thank you, Detective Hernandez. Are there any other individuals with firsthand knowledge of the alleged incident who wish to testify?
Sergeant Detective Gallagher, if need be.
Thank you. Can all who plan to testify please raise your right hand? Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
I do.
Thank you very much. Detective Hernandez, if you could please read the police report into the record for the Entertainment Division.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon. On Wednesday, January 15th, 2025, Sergeant Detective William Gallagher and Detective Eddie Hernandez assigned to the BPD license premise unit conducted a license premise inspection of The Mix. While walking through the establishment, detectives noticed that there was a disc jockey providing music. Detectives noted that the establishment's entertainment license did not provide for this type of entertainment. Detectives informed the person in charge, Mr. Rufus Falk, of the restrictions on his license. Mr. Falk stated that he would correct the situation. As a result of what detectives observed, Sergeant Detective Gallagher issued license premise inspection 017948 for premise providing DJ music without being authorized on their City of Boston entertainment license. The Falk signed for and accepted the notice. That's all.
Thank you very much. Dr. Falk, would you like to address the alleged incident?
The alleged incident happened exactly how it was stated in the police report. We have a booth in the back corner where we control music either through iPhone, iPad, or through a laptop. That night, we had somebody providing music through his laptop. And when I spoke to the detectives, they told me basically, as they stated in the police report, I told them that we will rectify it immediately. So shut the music down and just accepted the report. I mean, sign for the report. So it happened exactly as they stated.
Thank you very much. With that, I will see if there are any questions from either Executive Director Joyce or Director Fu.
Thank you. Just going through some of our standard questions. Detective, was the licensee cooperative?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
One second. Okay, sorry about that. So was this a random inspection? I'm sorry, I missed that. Or was this in response to a complaint?
It was response to sorry, Madam Chair, it was Sergeant Gallagher speaking. It was response to a disc jockey or an event coming up on New Year's Eve. We had gone out there to just talk to them about they need a license for something that we saw that was either advertised or we were heard of. I forget which one, that there was going to be a disc jockey on New Year's Eve. And we went out there to inform Mrs. Falk that they needed to get a one-timer for that. And when we walked in, we observed the entertainment taking place.
Okay, thank you. So, Dr. Falk, are you aware of the different types of licenses that are available for you to apply for with the City of Boston?
Yes, I am.
Okay. We know we have applications from you that were approved by us in May and June of 2024. I think you applied, you got police sign off, and we issued a license for a couple events back then. We have not had one entertainment license approved by our office for the mix since June 2024. And so I just wanted to talk to you about how we can help you get your applications in on time, reviewed by Boston Police, and then reviewed by this office, because police sign off is just one piece of it. You need to have the actual approval by this office in order for your license to be issued. Operating live entertainment without that is against the rules, and technically you are in violation. And I know we talked on Thursday, and there was some tension between the timing of social media postings and you getting your applications in. So I want to kind of get that out on the record today so we can help you apply for these in a timely manner.
Absolutely. Thank you.
So do you want to respond? We only have applications approved going back to June 2024, nothing in the last 7-8 months. Can you explain why? And I know you've had entertainment since then, so we're trying to figure out where the breakdown is on your end or on my staff's end.
So on the, I don't know, I'm sorry, I thought there was a question at the end. The question was, how, was I aware of the different licenses? Yes, but I thought there was a question at the end of your statement that you asked me if I was aware of the process.
Do you understand the process? We want to try to help you.
Yes, I do. I do understand the process. And I think the breakdown was probably, I remember just in previous conversations, the breakdown was just in terms of the regularity of entertainment license that we were looking for. The last conversation was that I remember in our conversation was like, it was almost like I was trying to skirt the community process by applying for a number of community entertainment licenses in a row. And my understanding was that it was almost as if I had used up my interpretation was that I almost used up our ability to get the one timers. Um,
Not
again,
at all.
and
There are some places in the city that only operate on one-timers. And we ask people who are going through the zoning process to apply for one-time entertainment licenses for a couple of reasons. One, it helps build goodwill with the community to show you can operate within the rules and regulations. And it helps us get a better understanding of the types of entertainment you plan on having. So it's actually helpful. What we don't want is for someone to apply for 30 events on one application. So it is a little burdensome on your end because you have to apply for it, weekly. And then if, there's no issues, we would say you can apply for it more than 1 week at a time. But yeah, that is not a true statement that you're using up your ability to apply. But
no, I'm not saying it was like a statement of fact. I'm saying that was the interpretation that I received was that the regularity that I was asking for the one timers, it was brought to me that I was trying to skirt the community process by only going for one timers.
Not by my office though. Someone said that to you?
It was no, it was a conversation I had with your office that I was trying to skirt the community process by constantly getting one timers versus going through the process of getting my license changed.
Okay. Can you tell us where you are in that zoning process?
We're at the early parts, the first stage of the community process. Supposed to be in an email I had with the community liaison. I know they do, supposed to be the week of the 22nd, so it should be sometime next week.
Okay. So I don't know how long that process takes, but in the meantime, in order for you to have a properly permitted event at your place. I just want to make sure that you don't have any questions about what we need from you.
I do have just a questions in terms of what constitutes a DJ. Is it the method in which they play the music, or is it the actual person playing the music? So, for instance, if I was, so we use an iPad to play music in our house system, Sonos system. Would that be, if it's a playlist that we use, would that be considered a DJ, or is that not? I'm just trying to figure out exactly what is it. Is it the method the music is played, or is it the individual playing the music that constituted being a DJ?
My interpretation is, and I'll ask Rebecca to elaborate, is if somebody, any person, is choosing the music, whether it's on an iPad, a computer, a phone, that is considered a DJ.
Okay.
Yes. Someone actively playing the music.
If you have a playlist and it's just playing on its own, that is not a DJ.
But if you have a playlist and you decide I want to play a specific song on the playlist, that would be a DJ then. Gotcha.
Yeah, and I just wanted to clarify, maybe it was misconstrued. It was probably me who sent you an email before. You need one-time entertainment licenses in order to have DJs or live music, since your license currently is only on non-live, but you cannot only use one-time licenses, and that's why I suggested that you go through the annual zoning process so you can update your license from a non-live to a live license. So I just wanted to clarify that. So the one times, as long you can apply for one timers as long as you're going through the zoning process and that's being done, then you're not curbing the process.
That way we can go to the community or anyone who asks, said, yes, he is going through a zoning process, which takes time. And in the meantime, we are helping him operate using one-time entertainment licenses. You can do both at the same time.
And then once you get the zoning, if approved, then you would apply for the live license through our office, and all your one-timers is creating that track record. Like if there's no complaints, no issues, that would, give us reason to approve your license in the future.
And I'm sorry, just I totally get that point. So just on the last part, if we were to create just in terms of the music, so we usually just have Pandora a Pandora station playing. That's fine. And if we wanted to do playlists, the playlist would just be able to play. It would not be, okay, now I want to change a playlist, or now I want to play a specific song. That's when it would become like murky territory, right?
If the music is preset, kind of like set it, forget it, that's
Yep.
non-live. But as soon as someone's going in there, changing the songs, like doing things, that to us is a DJ.
Okay, I got it.
Hey, folks, if I could just interject, when we go in, when we see someone behind, I'm going to say turntable, dating myself, but someone behind the operation of the music itself, then we interpret as DJ. If it's a playlist, you just push, like the commissioner said, then you step out and you go. And we shouldn't see anyone there. I just see an empty space. That would be considered a playlist. But once again, if there's someone actively behind the station where the music is coming from, then we're going to interpret it as a DJ. And that's what we saw that night. But once again, if he's there, just push go and step out, you're fine.
And Sergeant Gallagher, that's in line with so there is an actual definition of disc jockey in our rules and regulations of Mokel, and that I'll just read it, but it's in our rules and regs on page 5, item number 5. A disc jockey is defined as an employee or other person acting on behalf of a licensed establishment who, as a significant part of their duties, operates the musical selections at the establishment and is also seen or heard by patrons in some noticeable manner.
Thank you. We do get that question a lot, so thank you for the clarification.
Yep.
If we're going through the process for the entertainment, he does have a patio. I know it's February and it's freezing outside, but we were there times before and there were TVs and stuff. And I just urge him to, if the community process is looking at the DJ, if you want background stuff now out in the patio, now is the time to do it all at once instead of having to come back and revisit the issue in June and July.
That's the plan.
Good. Thanks.
Thank you. I'm sorry.
Karaoke is considered live entertainment, and
We haven't
that on Thursdays.
We haven't done karaoke. We removed it from the calendar and removed it from the social media as well.
Okay. So who is the manager that's there most nights on the weekends?
We just hired a gentleman. His name is Jabari.
Okay. And in my conversation with you on Thursday, before I had to leave the room, I was urging you to take a look at our rules and regulations because they are pretty clear, I think, but these are great questions for your manager, great things for your manager to go over with you. So when I say to you, your staff should familiarize themselves with the rules and regs, it's really for your own benefit because there's some straightforward, helpful information there that you want them to be aware of, especially if they're the person there the nights that there's entertainment. And then lastly, I want to be clear with you that when you apply at C11 for your one-time entertainment license and the sergeant or the police captain signs off, that does not mean you have a license. Do you understand that?
Yep.
Okay. You only have a license when you actually receive a one-time entertainment license. It says that on it from our office with my signature on it. And anything less than that is a late application that hasn't been issued or it doesn't rise to the level of having permission from us to have live entertainment.
And what is the time frame to get it to your office for the actual event?
2 weeks is what we ask. We have flexibility, but the day of is absolutely not acceptable.
So the time frame is 2 weeks. So the time frame is 2 weeks from the time you receive it from the police department, or is it two
Yes.
weeks from the time you start the process?
By the time I like it by the time the police captain we have so many applications and one person in the entire office for the entire city that processes them. So 2 weeks is what we ask for. Of course, there's going to be exceptions, but the exception can't be the rule.
So you really want to start this process 3 weeks before your event.
Yeah. And let the police captain staff know, like, look, this event is in 2 weeks. The MoCal really needs to review it. And then I know when last week I got a question from the night supervisor in C11 as well as from our team whether or not there was a license. I think it was Friday night. And I think when Sergeant Gallagher showed up, you said you did have a license, but you didn't have a license. I just want to make clear of that. You had an application, a late application into us, but we had never issued the license.
I got it.
Okay, so do you have any questions? Because I just want to be clear, in our eyes, you have not had a properly permitted live entertainment event since June. If there's anything unclear, let us know. We'll work with you.
No, I think everything's clear.
Okay, this doesn't go against you applying for your annual. We're trying to really work with you and help you work well with us, Boston Police, in the neighborhood. So we want to be able to clear up any confusion that you might have or your staff might have.
And I just wanted to add one thing, because I know people use social media to advertise live entertainment. If you are planning on having it and you don't have the license yet, you can write, pending city approval on there just so that you can market it.
No, I appreciate that, but I just to just alleviate any more of these type of conversations, we're just gonna put everything, we're just gonna stick to what we've been doing, which is just having the iPad play. I'm glad I got the clarification that even changing the playlist on an iPad is considered a DJ, which seems antiquated, but that's the rule, so we'll just leave that where it is. And I just had just to point for the technicality that our iPad is stationed behind so all of our music is controlled at that one location, where the music, where the AV stuff is, the music stuff is. So um I'm just trying to figure. I just don't want any miscommunication that if somebody that I just want to say that's where the iPad is located where we play the house music. I can try to figure out something else if there's another way to play the music, but right now that's where we've been playing the music at. It's not a laptop, it's just an iPad that we have the music playing. But if we just do the set and forget, and just make, I guess just make the playlist long enough, then we should be all set.
Thank you. Are there any further questions, Director Joyce, Director Fu?
Just keep us posted on the zoning process in case we get questions. We'll know, and we can be responsive to inquiries we get.
Definitely. I'm just waiting to find out what day we actually have set. I know it's going to be the week of the 22nd. I'm not sure what date it's actually going to be on. So I will email the liaison to see exactly what day it's going to be on.
I don't have any other questions. Do you, Rebecca?
Great. Dr. Buck, anything further before we adjourn this hearing?
No, thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Okay, that is the only item before the Entertainment Division today. The Executive Director will take this under advisement and will issue a written decision that will adjourn this hearing. Thank you all. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you.